Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boom Goes the Dynamite. That's us. It's me, the GREG. Greg son Mongo, you've been bushwhacking since 92. And joining me, of course, is my forever co-host. He is our Triple Crown champion.
Hey!
The forever Intercontinental champion. He is our current Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion. He is our Reggie Simpson Memorial predictions champion, Matty Reigns. What's going on, Matt? How's everything going?
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I'm doing great. It's cold. It's fall weather. It's cold and rainy, like I was telling Mongo before we got on. It started raining soon as it was time for me to get off work, so I immediately rushed home, caught a lift, and changed into some sweatpants and a too big for me Titans hoodie, my booty ass Titans, as I said, and I'm all cozied up. I ain't got a beer open yet. I'm gonna make sure I eat dinner, and I'm already wrapped up in my blanket, my Ohio State blankie. I got a Titans blanket too, but I'm not gonna. That's enough booty. I need to wrap myself up with winners.
Yeah. It's you know, pro wise, it's a little rough for you. So
right.
Yeah. Folks, glad you're here to join us. It's a nice kind of cool Wednesday. You know, we're slowly getting into the fall side of things because it was still summer until like 3 weeks ago. And,
right.
You know, that's what we deal with. No crazy news to talk about today. We're just flat out going over the shows. We're talking about NXT last night, which is a real fun one, and then tonight's Dynamite, which is stacked, absolutely loaded. I mean, it is top to bottom. It's a bang.
Yeah.
There's one thing I do have a question about, and that is, what the hell they mean Jon Moxley's taking over the TBS station? What does that mean?
Like, I've seen that, and it's like a throwback TBS logo when I've seen it. So I'm like, what? Like, is he gonna be like NWO takeover? Is this gonna be like when the Bucks kind of took over production? Like,
the last time that happened, it had to be stopped before they could even finish the storyline because allegedly it wasn't right. So I don't know what this is going to be, but it's I think it's an exciting time to be an AEW fan. I really do.
It really is.
The tag team division got a nice reset with a Private Party as champions.
That's what SmackDown needs to do. They need to copy that.
Yeah,
they need to take a page out of AEW's book. Just copy that just straight up for the profits.
Yeah, just go ahead and just take those belts off the guns. It's fine. You know, they got a quick little first title run. It's great that they got them. But let's bounce that shit around a little bit. We've been saying that for weeks.
Right.
And then Moxley is becoming. This is a very interesting run on top for him and his group. No longer the BCC. They're now the Death Riders. I can't say I'm not intrigued to see where it's going.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I can definitely see this being a way, like however long this goes, this is essentially going to make Mox the new Danielson, in which he's just going to be kind of, or like Sting, like he's going to be semi-retired, where we're only going to see Mox every so often because he's going to probably like work his ass off to build up. Like he's fighting. Who is he fighting? Orange Cassidy? Yeah, he gonna die. But in all this, Orange Cassidy's gonna look like by the time he faces Mox a second time, it's gonna be a completely different Orange Cassidy. Like everybody is about to get basically jumped in, essentially. Like this is the new AEW, brought to you by Jon Moxley. I'm gonna jump you into this. These people, the Death Riders, they're on board. I ain't had to jump them in. They already know I whoop ass, and they gonna do it for me. The rest to get on board until somebody is big enough to beat my ass.
Yeah, and it's not like you said, and it's gonna be OC this time.
Right.
But this looks like a really good.
That boy getting juiced.
He is. But I've been asking for a long time to see like something different out of Orange Cassidy.
Like
and,
he gonna beat the laziness out of him.
He's kind of already doing that because like now the OC's kind of leading the charge. He's kind of dropped a lot of that lackadaisical part of his persona. He's got.
Yeah, y'all saw Mr. Feeney die. You can't be lazy now.
That's pretty much the message. What's going on, Cookies? Batty, how y'all doing today?
Yeah, you can be lazy when Mr. Feeney was around. Y'all saw him die. Gone.
I saw like Twitter had like a mass exodus to Blue Sky recently. The second time, this time apparently it's sticking. So I got on there and I saw a really funny comment, but I wish I could remember who it was. But somebody said, "Isn't it kind of funny that the former eco-terrorist Bryan Danielson got choked out by a plastic bag?"
That's like Captain Planet dying by pollution.
It was pretty nice. It was poetic. It was.
Got smoked in the end by pollution. They got killed by a plastic bag. You went out like a seal.
Oh God, it was. I mean, there's a lot of good things I think to look for. I think AEW is finally on the upturn. It took a while. Again, the injuries from the last year and a half really messed them up in a lot of ways. Some strange booking decisions, sure.
Right.
But I mean, we can really go back to like 2-3 years where like things have been not stable due to personal issues backstage, bad untimely injuries. Yeah. Like it's been 3 years of just kind of turmoil.
What up, Kanisha?
But it's what's going on, Kanisha? How you doing? It seems to be turning around, and I gotta say, I'm pretty excited.
Right.
Before we talk about Dynamite, though, let's quickly get into NXT. And last night, you called it a few weeks ago when I was like, I don't know if they're gonna do Deadline. I don't know what they're doing. And that night they announced Deadline. And last night we started the NXT Iron Survivor qualifiers. Of course, Iron Survivor being one of our favorite matches in all of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I love to say that it's the King of the Mountain done right, where they just took out the latter part of it. So it just kind of makes more sense, It's really exciting. And last year we saw probably one of the best ones when it came to Trick Williams becoming the Iron Man himself.
Man, that was and Trick. I said it yesterday. Like, hey, I need to know who's gonna be this year's Trick, because I was already a Trick Williams fan last year at that time. Like, I was just hyped my dude won the North American title. And then I watched that whole match and I'm like, dang, Trick ain't even about to do nothing. And it's like, oh, he got one. It's like, all right, he got something. It's like, he got two. It's like, but what? He did one? I genuinely marked out at that because that was the most like real sports aspect of wrestling ever. Like, dude got 5 falls in like 30 seconds. Like, dude, what the hell?
That's one of those like when you're talking about like you're playing a team that has like players where it doesn't matter how up you are with 2 minutes left, they're gonna come back on you. That's Trick. Trick put this did it, and it was a really exciting time. Iron Survivor is great. We're very excited about it. So we got several qualifying matches last night. I think 2 for the men and 1 for the women.
We had a shocker with one of them.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Have y'all watched Arcane or The Penguin yet? Which is on Saturday. I've not seen The Penguin. I don't know about you, man. I don't know if I
haven't watched The Penguin yet. It just
I hear it's good. I hear it's really good. I just haven't had time. And then I did watch Arcane. I caught up on the second season. Love Arcane. I used to play League of Legends back in the day when it was first coming out when I was in high school. So I'm all about it. It came out right when I got my out of the hospital 3 years ago, and I ended up binging it. And it's I don't know how I would sell it to you or Kenny or Mike or Tito. It's like it's a lot of like diplomacy and like going between like the top of this elite high tech city and like the scum underground sewer thing. It's one of those.
It sounds like it sounds like a video game. Like as soon as you say, "Oh yeah, League of Legends," I was like, "Okay, that sounds like something that should be like in that."
It was them trying to bring in new players, which is hilarious because, like, if you watch the show, I'm like, man, I kind of want to see what the game's like. Nothing to do with
play the game.
It has nothing. Yeah, it's just watch the show. I don't recommend it. That is one of the most toxic games I've ever played. Don't do it to yourself. Just watch the show and enjoy yourself.
Or if you want to know what League of Legends is like, just watch the World of Warcraft episode of South Park. It's essentially like that.
Yeah. The guy that sits back, that fat dude. Yeah, that's most of them. That was me. That was me for a minute. So yeah, let's. I wouldn't mind doing Arcane if I can get somebody else to watch it. We could do it. Penguin.
Kenny probably will.
Yeah, Kenny's dabbled in doing the animated stuff, so I might be able to get Kenny into it. The Penguin would be fun. I think the issue we probably missed out on the Penguin. Like we could probably do this first season as like a 1 episode wrap up, and then the next season we can start doing every week. But I think we kind of missed the boat on that one. Let's get into NXT, and last night's NXT started off pretty much, the way it's supposed to. We start off with I think the qualifiers, didn't we?
Yeah, we had I think it was Cora. No, I don't think it was Cora and Soul. It was the oh yeah, it was. I think it was Cora and Soul that started us all. Let me look.
Trying to get I have like a certain person that I would like get to for like the results, so I can like, because my memory is so bad, I forget shit like that. So
right.
Oh no, we started with Metaphor. That's right. We started with Metaphor.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Metaphor versus
Steph
and Julia. That was a good ass match. They on the road to continuing the show. Honestly, in my opinion, Metaphor is the best tag team in out of all the tag teams in WWE. They're the most legit. They're better low key than Damage Control because they've been together. Like, yeah, Damage Control was cool, but Lash and Jakara are it. They all their stuff is smooth. All their stuff flows well. It's probably them and Damage Control probably are the top 2 teams to me. Like Steph and Julia showing up and doing what they did in that match, that just shows it's out of nowhere in a matter of 3 months, because that was at Clash at the Castle when we were complaining like, who the hell gonna beat Jade and Bianca? Because there ain't no team. It's literally no teams. And since we said that, NXT has said, boop, 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 boop.
Oh yes,
here's your team.
I don't know if they're going to do Julia and Steph after the Iron Survivor or if they're going to stay together. I kind of hope they stay together because they've been fun to watch. Tito says Penguin was good. Fuck good. It's great. Batty said my girl's looking good. Cookie said Lash and Jakara showed the fuck out. They did. Mike and Matt and me and Tito, I think, were the ones that were watching it live last night.
Mm-hmm.
And we were really, they've come a long way. Mike even posted something in the group on Facebook that they're a great example of what the PC does. Like, and I think that's a great point where years from now when we're looking at like what did the PC do? Who did the PC build? Because remember when NXT first happened and we're getting all these people were like, oh yeah, but how many of these people were like on the indies for years?
right.
somewhere else before they got here. Like you don't have a lot of people that they just flat out built up from the ground up. Charlotte being like one, and they didn't have many others. Now we see a ton of talent that are straight up built up from ground zero. And I think Lash and Jakara as a team, Lash especially,
Yeah.
Years from now, we're going to look back and say, look at what they were able to do with these two who had no experience in this. Do you remember when Lash first started out? She had like her first match on NXT Level Up, and people were sharing it all over Twitter. And
Yeah, they were
her.
saying how bad she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, well, she's just starting out. Because I honestly, I saw her. I was like, yo, she tall. I like her. Yep, I like her. She can dunk on me. And then she started dating Trick. So, damn.
That helped.
Right. Then I became Trick. But it's like, she's like, they shit it all over her for being, it's like, it's NXT Level Up. It's the developmental of the developmental. Like that. This is where they're supposed to suck. This is why it's on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And she did like the trial.
Oh, look who decided to join us today, ladies and gentlemen. The man himself, the good stoner, former champion, Mike Hall. What's going on, Mike?
First off, you
don't got no belt.
You can kiss my ass.
Hey, you better be careful, Matt. He's getting close on those.
I know.
He was right there.
Both
he and Kenny think I fucked him over, but
Kenny can kiss my ass too.
They were right there.
First off, what's up, my brothers?
What's up?
First of all, secondly, what's up with the chat? What's up with Cookies, Batty, Kanisha? What's up with everybody else supporting UTR? And I can't go without talking about the best wrestling show on television. We can't go without talking about NXT, which I'm sure you already covered.
No,
we just got done talking about the first match.
Just talking about
Jakara.
Yeah, Lash and Jakara.
I was talking about your post on Facebook, actually. So I just want to talk about that for a bit, or just what you think of Lash and Jakara right now.
Lash is money. She's fucking money. Jakara, I didn't think she was that good. Like that girl.
I didn't think she was gonna ever even get to wrestle. I didn't think she was ever gonna be able to showcase it because she stayed hurt. So when she actually started wrestling, I was like, oh shit, she can go. It's like, just she's been hurt all the time.
Exactly. Like those two, now that they're out of the whole metaphor with Dar, which Mongo brought up last night in the group chat, Dar made them because Dar's great. Everybody loves Noam Dar.
Yeah, Dar, he talks about them like just like I be talking about them almost. Because that's really, he was the person that made me gravitate towards them because I'm like, oh yeah, I like Noam Dar. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't like Reverse Kofi. I never liked him. He was just always the fourth guy. He's just there for me. I'm like, all right, Lash and Jakar. Noam Dar, love him some black women. So yeah, come on. He sees talent. So I see what he see. I see. I saw Lash. I'm like, yeah, I like me some Lash. Reggie, RIP, my brother, he saw him some Jakara. He's like, I loves me some Jakara. So I'd be like, hey, okay. But they are actually good. So for people to be shitting on them about her sucking on Level Up, like they got to remember, Level Up is the developmental of the developmental.
Exactly. Like those two, man, those two are great. Like Mongo said last night, and I agreed wholeheartedly. Put the belts on them now.
Yeah, I had tweeted it, right? I had tweeted it just before Greg had said that. I was like, they should have been tag champs like yesterday. Yes. Like, they're honestly the best team out of the whole division. They're better than Jade and Bianca. They're better than Damage Control. They are the best of both worlds. You have the big stallion in Lash, and you got Jakar who can just hit you with some cruiserweight shit, with some flippy shit real quick. But
that's the part that like kind of I did not expect Jakar to be like a high flyer and like do the tilt worlds like that. I was like, okay, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Damn. See how they're doing stuff. They'd be like, you see it at the end of an LWO match. We're going to commercial. Jakar in the air. Like, oh, when did you start? Okay.
And then I said last night, I think Lash has the best big boot in the business currently because she kicked the shit out of Julia.
You saw what I called it.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what I named it.
Oh yeah.
She got to call that big boot. Test a hoe. Put some respect on test name. That's that test big boot. All right, I'm a test a hoe.
Yeah, those two. I'm so happy for those two. Like those two and Kelani, you've seen their arc just. The stock is just because I was, and I'm not jumping ahead a little bit because I was critical of Kelani. I was critical of Kalani, but man, that girl is great. We just gotta give her some new music. But yeah,
she gotta get.
She's finally starting to find her like attitude a bit.
She's getting her attitude. Because she said something last night, and I was like, there we go. There go my baby. She learning. She finally up.
She got that confidence.
The best.
She got that confidence. Go ahead.
The best thing the HBK did was put her around her kinfolk, put her around Trick, put her around Bianca and Jay. She found the attitude, and boom!
And all of a sudden, like, all right, Kalani, okay, like it's not even just like her like talking on the mic. It's the fact that when she hits a good thing in the ring or when she hits a big dive, she finds the camera, makes a face, struts her shit, and it's like, yes, there you go.
Yeah,
that's like, all you needed. That's all you needed.
That's what it was last week when she saw Nikita Lyons and she was just like, whatever she said. When that happened, she was like, "I'm gonna go beat her real quick." And I was like, "Oh, that's what I've been waiting on. That's what I've been waiting on."
Talk that shit like your boyfriend is one of the most arrogant motherfuckers in all of wrestling, Carmelo Hayes. And I told Yellow in your system.
And I told y'all, as soon as she lost that belt, that's when it's gonna be better for her. Because she was stuck in that little, nobody can do it like Lonnie. She had lost that belt. She's mad little baby now. She a mad baby now. And it ain't like Roxanne mad. That's my baby right there. But she mad. She like, I want my belt back. No, fuck this shit. She can't say that. She's like, no, fuck this. I'll be
damn near did it
when
she damn near did it when Nikita was trying to talk shit about her.
Right. She's like, she saw Nikita, she's like, I could beat your ass. Like, you're no one. Like, Nikita, they see the Nikita and that just brings it out of folks. That everybody just instantly hates Nikita. So just keep putting her there.
I told y'all last night, Nikita's a moneymaker for me.
What up, Kenny?
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, brother? Kenny says it's about time Kalani started acting like she's on Team Mello. Yep, exactly. God.
But
even though.
But yeah, Jakar and Lash.
Bravo, girls looking great.
Bravo,
girls.
And
Bianca, those titles are on borrowed time as far as I'm concerned. Because Matt BK, MBK. Oh, me and HBK gonna have we need them belts expeditiously. We need them right now.
And we're not saying Lash and Jakar are like individually better wrestlers than any, but like, they're not. Clearly Julian and Steph have more experience. They're a lot better. You talking about damage control earlier. Obviously, Io and Kyrie individually way better in the ring than those two are. But it's just a really fun team to watch and get into.
Like it's an organically grown team. Like we've seen them start out as a team they've had their singles moments, but we've seen them mostly as a team. We've seen them be garbage. We've seen them be mid. Now it's like y'all are the top. That's why I just said I'm just like they're the best team because they've been together the longest. At some point, you gotta let them win. They're just like the Acolytes. Like we saw the Acolytes be a team for so long. And they were good. We're like, why haven't they won the tag titles? Like,
They say the
At
APA
some point,
mode.
it has to happen. Just
Consider
like
them to be a
Private Party.
legit tag team, something that's rare since every team is a makeshift. Yeah, that is. Yeah, pretty much. I'm watching them girls have a run as NXT girls who won tag belts. That's what they need to do. Like, since there are no NXT women's tag titles, let some NXT teams get them. And if you're going to put them on any NXT team, you're going to put them on Lash and Jakara.
Because if it was me, I'm putting them on Lash and Jakara, and they're going to get them for about maybe a month, if that. And then I'm going ham. I'm letting Steph and Julia get a little. I'm letting every little makeshift BS team get them before Hunter takes them back. Because once Hunter takes them back, they ain't coming back for a while.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, like, let the two women power trip and Cora and Roxanne. Let Cora win the women's North American title, and then let them win the NXT, the WWE women's tag title. Boom. Since Roxanne ain't never gonna leave, she could be the super duper queen. You get Adam.
Yeah.
She could be Amanda Cole.
But yeah, overall, great opener. Steph and Julia, after the match, they're asked by the Iron Survivor, and they say, hey, when it's time, it's time. So clearly they're going to be in there. We see a video package later of Zarya talking about being in it. So looking at, before we even get to the actual first qualifier, which is up next, Zarya, Stephanie, and Julia
have already qualified.
Yeah, they're already pretty much in it. So that doesn't leave a lot of room. And when we talked about the show last night, Mike or Matt, we were looking at the first match, which was Cora Jade and Sol Ruka, and we were like, all right, Cora's gonna win this, and Sol probably wins the last one in like the last chance match that they always do. And we were wrong.
Straightened up.
We were wrong. Damn, that they shocked the hell out of us.
Out of nowhere, a soul snatcher out of nowhere said Cora's ass not to the Iron Survivor.
I'm telling y'all right now, man, Sol Ruka really knows how to hit that shit whenever. It is. I didn't think it was happening right there, because that whole time I was like, all right, Cora's gonna wrap this up.
Right.
We'll move on with Cora. Nope. Sol and her had a pretty good back and forth. Sol hits that soul snatcher at the end, plants her 1, 2, 3. A real strong win for Cora. For Sol Ruka that she's needed for a long time, because ever since she challenged for the belt a few months back, she's kind of been doing nothing. So it's a big win over a important talent in NXT that's definitely above her as far as like importance. Shocking. We definitely didn't expect it, but shocking is good. Shocking is good. The question is, does Cora get into this?
I think Cora will get in because some way. I don't think Steph and Julia are both going to be in this match.
No.
One of them has to lose as a result because of Cora not being in it, and then you get Cora versus whoever doesn't make it at Deadline, and then you can get Roxanne versus someone. I don't even know who facing Roxanne at this point. If Roxanne is even fighting,
yeah, she might even have a match. And so the Iron Survivors are 5 people, right? That's how we do it.
Yeah.
So it would be Zarya probably getting in, unless they're going to have Zarya go ahead and fight Roxanne. But she would have to lose a qualifier and then get a title match. Wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
Steph or Julia, I think you're right. I don't think both are getting in. And then that leaves 2 spots. So who else is getting in this is the question.
Well, and that's it. They might fuck around and say Lash versus somebody, Jakara versus somebody, and then Lash wins.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jakara loses to someone. Jada Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Jada Parker should be the Iron Survivor, because Jada Parker, Miss Parker, you should be winning the Iron Survivor. If you don't hurt me. But if you want, I won't mind if you don't want to. But Miss Parker, you should be winning the Iron Survivor. I mean, like you said last night, you saw me what I did with that brick? I was like, oh, yes, we did see what you did with that brick.
Matt, they showed the angle of her hitting that brick 3 times, 3 different angles. And every time, like, oh, she really hit her with that shit. Oh, my God.
She literally walloped her with that fucking brick.
She fucking murdered her with that shit.
Like,
I was like, all right, Miss Parker.
Like, Lola got some CTE thanks to that damn brick.
Like, after that, she should just get the Iron Survivor. She shouldn't even have to qualify. They just need to give it to her.
Exactly. Especially after you hit a bitch with a brick. Yeah, you gotta, yeah.
She out here, she hit her with a brick, jumped off the ladder. She's scared of heights. And she gonna sit up there and do that jump off that's why she ain't jump that high. She ain't jump off that high because she's scared of heights.
Yeah, she jumped far enough.
That's what I said. What was falling on the Lola was enough. So
yeah. Lola asked about the coyote from Looney Tunes after the brick. She damn sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. She molly
looked like a mask. That's what she looked like. She looked like a Halloween mask when she got hit.
And we've been talking about like Jada probably should have been the first North American champion, but Kalani did a good run with it. She could have beat her or Roxanne, but like I know that they don't want to put too much on her too fast. Have a good one, Kenny. We'll see you later, brother.
All right, man.
Bro.
We don't want to put too much on her too fast, but fuck it, really, because the Steph, Julia, Zaria, do they need it? No. They could challenge for a belt whenever the hell they want to. They're coming in as that kind of talent. So is Jordan Grace. So,
like, it's so many. That NXT women's division is so stacked, and they got to have 5 people win it. So, like, Sol Ruka being one of them is like, all right, because we just named up all those other women. And it's like, well, it's only 4 other spots.
Yeah, it's pretty damn. I mean, it wasn't too long ago we were like, man, this women's division needs like a pump in the arm. And then even before we got the new inclusions, we were like, oh, okay, everyone's finally starting to kind of show up, show out. You know, Soul got healthy and came back and immediately started impressing us. Around the time last year, Cara started getting a lot better. And Roxanne was doing her thing, and then Cora finally comes back. It's loaded. And I think I've seen a lot of people say that if you want to watch women's wrestling, if your whole thing is you want to see women get more opportunities, you go watch NXT. And it used to be TNA. But now NXT has definitely become that show. Because most of the time, most of the show on NXT usually feels like it is revolving around the women. A lot of storylines that don't even involve belts.
Right.
Important. That's the thing that like main roster WWE struggles with for long times when it comes to women's wrestling, is having important feuds that don't involve titles.
Right.
Whereas NXT, we're sitting at like 3 or 4 different feuds, not even involving championships.
Lola Vice has had so many. She's been the queen of titleless feud.
Mm-hmm.
Like her and Jada Parker they've been the queens, honestly, of titleless feuds. And then they had to go against each other. Like they are the queens of, oh, shut the fuck up. Why are you talking? Exactly. That's all they do. Like that's how they start off a fight. And honestly, Fallon Henley is the way she is. She's ripe for the picking for Lola to show up and just karate chop her ass, or for Jada Parker to just say what I just said. Ho, why are you here? Shut the fuck up. Give me that title. It's time for y'all to see. It's Miss Parker's time. It's been Miss Parker's time. And it's been Lola Vice's time. Because remember, she won the breakout tournament.
I forgot about that. Yeah, she's a breakout winner. That's right.
Like, at some point, I've been waiting, like, when is her winning the breakout going to amount to something? Like, she lost to Jada Parker. I'm like, well, damn. Is she going to win ever? Something? They got the North American title. She should be, at some point, she got to win in something. But they got so many damn good women now, she might be like Bianca. So,
and that's what I said that a couple months ago. I said, I fear that they may not put a belt on Jada. She probably won't win a belt until she gets called up. And,
That's a possibility.
And to piggyback to your point, Matt, HBK knows women. And what are women? Petty as fuck and catty as fuck. And to your point again, Matt, it is so many ways that you can create feuds off of those two elements right there.
Right.
And catty. Oh, yeah. Who the fuck you looking at? Who you looking at? All right, bitch. Boom.
Right.
Oh, just like with my boy.
I was just gonna say that. That's just like your boy. That's like his boy Ashanti. Ashanti got them hoes fighting over him now.
Yeah.
I was Mike. I was gonna like not even bring that segment up, but since you're here and you mentioned it, so
that's
after this last match,
name. That's his name.
After that last match, we see Javon and Cedric walk up talking about they're going to win the qualifiers. No, you're not, Sid. And then Carmen and Brinley. Brinley looks so different now, first off. Also, where the fuck
is Ildris?
Inoue and Blade, man? Where are they at?
The first time I remember their names, they'll never be on fucking TV.
Like, are they injured? Are they hurt? They have to be injured at something.
They were the first iteration. They were the first iteration of them trying to be funny with the blacks. That was the first time they thought that shit was funny. HBK, you nasty. Then they brought Nikita in and was like, oh, y'all gonna really notice it now. But nah, Brindley and Malik and Ildris, oh nah, that was straight up porn.
That's what that was. Absolutely.
Bang, bang, bang.
But Carmen is talking to Dion Lennon, and Dion shows up, and Mike in our group chat goes, who the fuck is Dion?
No, that was Tito.
I know who Dion Lennox is.
That was you. It was Tito.
Yeah, Tito asked that. And my response
said,
was the nerd that all the bitches love.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is.
The women
love get their walking papers.
Dion Lennox.
Because also later on in the night, we have like the table meeting for all the tag teams, and they're not there. But anyway, so they're talking to Dion, and Carmen is trying to talk about how Ashanti's trying to distract her, but she doesn't really care. And Dion says, well, if you don't care, why do you keep talking about her? Why do you keep talking about him? And then Ashanti shows up. He dropped like 4 good lines. But my favorite one,
bro, like, why are you talking to my chick? I thought we was bros. You my best friend. Your best friend.
That's the part. Dion was like, just when are we friends? And he said this last week.
Dion was so annoyed. He's like, I'm just trying to read my fucking book. You over here talking about Ashanti? I don't give a fuck about this dude. Now I'm over here. She finally goes away, and here you come. You talking about we friends? I'm friends with this book. That's who I'm friends with. I'm friends with this book.
That boy just wants to be left alone to read that damn book. He's been on the same page for 3 months.
Right.
Every time he tries to open that thing up. Betty says, I fucking hate you, Mike, because you're right about women being catty.
Yeah, that's literally every argument in the women's NXT locker room. Ho, shut the fuck up. Why are you here? I know you ain't talking, bitch.
And then
so who we here talking shit? Because I'm about to shut them up. And all of those is always Jada Parker.
Yep.
Almost all the time. Yes.
Yep.
Talking about her favorite cup. Yeah, she's like, yeah, what's your favorite cup? Mine's yellow. And Ashanti's favorite cup. Like, what? We all just bone already. We all just get this over with. So I think next week we're getting like I can't remember exactly how they said it. We're kind of getting a mixed tag match, I guess, with Carmen and Ashanti versus Dion and Brinley. So first off, Brinley is fully gone from Idris, and
she gonna get put with Dion.
So I can't believe how much NXT has made me interested in seeing what the hell Ashanti the Adonis is going to do.
Yeah, because they essentially brought him and Cedric there as a tag team, and they broke them. They just just quietly separated them. And it's like, all right, so he's just gonna be nothing. He's just gonna die. He's just there to not get fired. And then they're like, nope, we're gonna do something. We're gonna make him the actual Heartbreak Kid. He's gonna be the actual Shawn Michaels.
He's gonna be the Pepe Le Pew of NXT.
He's gonna be the early HBK. The sleazeball, chew the gum, obnoxious, the long mullet. When he first broke away from Marty Jannetty. He's gonna be that HBK.
So, and Nofi is injured. He got injured in September. That's what happened. All right. At least we know why they're not on TV. Because I was like, where the one of your best tag teams, man? Where are they?
Always get hurt.
Damn.
They do. They both are injury prone. Like, I don't know what's going on down there, but it's because he got attacked by Jensen a few months ago with a chair.
They have been an enhancement team. They have been in NXT for basically the whole duration of 2.0. Like, they started out as jobbers, and then they were like, oh, they had them like, oh, they on the rise. Then they had them becoming like something, but nope. Every time it would be all those times I mentioned, it's because one of them would get hurt, and then they would both be off TV, and then they had to re-debut them again. So in 2025, we're gonna probably get the fourth iteration of Malik and Ildris.
Oh, boy.
That's why every other damn tag team they brought in since has been a combined 420 pounds of muscle.
Great.
Because, like, we look at that tag team council we saw last night, and most of those teams are two big ass motherfuckers from other sports.
Man,
they're at least 260 apiece.
Speaking of that segment, I told y'all before they even started any of this bullshit. And this NXT tag division is straight up cheeks. And then they had it all coming to one big ass room. You see how much cheekage was in that? That was nothing but ass. Ass on ass. I would blame Braxton for skipping that.
It was Stacks and the lawyer.
Ass. I know Bridget loves Luca. She likes him. She was cheering for him when he fought Dijak. And I knew Dijak was gonna hurt that boy. But she saw it. I didn't. I didn't think he was gonna amount to anything. All of a sudden he got recruited by Tony D. So she had the eye.
Yeah, so Ava says to everyone, like, hey, y'all need to show me something because Fraxium have been holding titles despite hating each other for the past 6 months.
And I already said what they need to do. Fraxium, I already said what Axiom need to do. He need to pull out the Glock, need to shoot him. We already called him Kurt Cobain.
Oh my God.
The Power Ranger needs to go morphin' time on that ass.
Man, Jesus Christ.
They already called him Kurt Cobain in the Power Ranger. And then the way they was arguing last night, I'm like, oh yeah, he about to really shoot him. That man said, oh, I'm so trying to qualify for the
I can't. Cookies. I can't. I'm not going to explain it, bro. I'm sorry. Let somebody else do it. I'm not going to talk. We're not doing it. Tito says Gallus needs to leave because they aren't doing anything. Yeah, Gallus is like a great team, but like
when they showed Gallus, you saw it. I said ass. I'm like, oh no, I don't believe in Gallus no more.
That's the thing. You're not saying ass because they're not good. You're saying ass because y'all have done this 9 times in the past year. They're like, it's Gallus' time. And Gallus loses every time.
Yes.
They are
Gallus.
They are the NXT. They are the NXT Street Profits. It's like, okay, they're gonna win now, right? Right? Wrong. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Like, I used to be like, I would see wrestling on Twitter be like, Gallus is ass. Like, I don't know why people like they're so boring. Let's go hard. Like, Gallus is cool. But it's only something that's losing I can take. You can't keep building them up. Oh, Gallus is a threat. Gallus is a threat.
I'll tell you what.
No, stop trying to like make us scared of them. Still using that NXT UK cred. That's literally what they're still trying to intimidate us off of. with them. It's like y'all lose all the time though.
I tell you what it is when they changed that fucking song because they had a great theme song.
Hey, brother.
Oh God,
they remix so much that shit. That's
yes, Mike.
You know what, that right there. That's what's causing them to lose so goddamn.
That's that a good song, Mike. You're right. Once they left the like once it was gone, they fell apart. It's like just a few note changes, but it's enough where you're like it completely changed the vibe. Completely changed the vibe. No, that's exactly, Mike. I never agreed with you more in my life than on that statement.
And even more ass with them because the last thing that made me get off of them was Rock sat up there was like, hey, shout out to Gallus, shout out whichever coffee. I think it was Joe Coffee, as Booker would love to say. Good to the last drop.
It was a tiny ass
sitting up there talking about Joe Coffee helped me get back in the ring. He was training. And then Gallus showed up and you see Joe Coffee wearing this blinged out necklace. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a gift from the final boss. Oh yeah, he in a feud on NXT. They about to win. Guess what happened?
Big old L. I was looking up the tag teams in NXT because I was like, I can't really remember half the names of the teams. So we've got Hank and Tank, right? We've got the family. We've got Gallus. Now we have. I keep forgetting Out the Mud is Out the Mud. I'm like OTM, but I keep thinking, oh, Out the Mud is the bullshit name we gave them because their real name was so stupid. Yeah. No, that's their legit name. Is Out the Mud. You just call them
Out the Ass. That's what we, OTA over here.
OTASS.
But do y'all know the name of the other two guys that have been showing up? There's two it's Tyreek Igwe.
Oh yeah,
Tyreek and Tyson. Yeah,
Tyreek and Tyson. You know what their tag team name is? TNT.
Ass.
Like that's the best y'all can do.
That's some HBK. That's some HBK simple shit. Whoever
this is.
No, you know what? I ain't gonna put that on Sean. Sorry, I'm sorry, Shizzle. You ain't that simple. That's them letting them name themselves. What's y'all's tag team? Man, we TNT.
First of all, that is some 1980s AWA type shit right there.
Yeah.
TNT. Really?
Walk out, because we're dynamite. Like, don't. And
HBK just gave them the.
Don't do that.
All right, guys.
You know, I just told Mongo when you said that. I'm thinking about Teddy Long back in the day saying some shit like that. The TNT, because they're dynamite.
and that's how HBK was looking like. Okay.
I just can't something about Teddy Long.
He said okay, and then when they walk out, what's that name? It says Tyson and Tyrese, and we're not calling that. No, we're not calling it that. Booker, he get on he in Gorilla like don't even mention that TNT. He not calling them. He called them Tyson and Tyreek until we
just say their names. Yeah, just say
I don't lie.
We're not doing that simple ass shit.
HBK sees them leave the room after that meeting. He's like, God, these guys not too bright. Not too.
My hearing was cross-eyed too because I heard that bullshit. Oh no!
Not cross-eared. Not the cross-ears. Oh my God! The first Iron Survivor happens. Wesley and Cedric. I'm not gonna lie. There was a second round. Is Cedric about to win? There was a second round. I was like, oh fuck! Is Cedric about to win this? Because Cedric got a lot of offense in here. In fact, I think he was just one move away because he hit all of his big moves. He hit the Michinoku driver, he did the DVD, he did all of his kicks, the handspring neuralizer.
Right.
He was about to hit that. What is his finish called? His like pop-up backstabber.
The lumbar check.
Yeah,
that's one of the sickest. First off, one of the greatest names for a move I've ever heard.
And watching what he did at the Candice LeRae.
Oh my God, he killed Candace, and it's one of the best moves in wrestling. The lumbar check is perfect. Wes barely beat him. Wes, he tears the turnbuckle pad off and then he throws him into it, and then he does the saddest meteor I've ever seen. And I'm assuming Seth was like, I'm not taking that shit. You're gonna dive off the top rope.
I want to go home.
You're not gonna dive off the top rope and knee me in the face down to the mat. You're not breaking my nose for this. So Wes runs at Sid and then does a running meteor, and it's the safest, easiest bump of the entire night.
Said, you are not my wife, sir. You are not about to be jumping on me. Only she can do that.
Cedric had to remind him, we're on a WWE salary here, not a TNA salary, okay? Motherfucker, be careful.
Motherfucker, if you break my nose, I'm gonna beat you. Cedric is
all of 245. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Cedric. Vic said he said he's Cedric the entertainer. That's Cedric the sports entertainer. That is not 205 live Cedric. That is 245
plus size Cedric. Okay.
This is heavyweight said.
Oh my God.
This is your future. That's why I said, Javon, this is your future. That is your future. You will be Cedric, the sports entertainer, in about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to pull this link up that Tito sent. Let's see. Yep, that's the one. That's the one, Tito. Hold on. I'm a show it. It's said getting Candace.
Her ass is brown.
She's already 95 pounds soaking wet, and then hit that shit on her. What's her nickname? The Pixie what?
Poison Pixie.
Yeah, well, she was Pixie Dust after that shit.
Get your Tinkerbell ass. Yeah, great match between those two. Of course, Ced's great. Wes is great. It wasn't going to be bad. After this, Ced cuts a backstage promo where he's like, something's got to change. And that, I don't know if y'all had the same flashback, but it was to what Woods said 7 months ago. Like, it's time for a change. And we're like, oh my God, please don't make Ced wait 9 months.
I don't even
whatever
want
you're about to do with him.
Turn on Javon. I'm like, please don't.
That's where they're going. But man, if you want to make that men's tag division as fun as the women's tag division is down there, just put the damn belts on Ced and Javon, man.
Right.
Just put them on them.
That's what's pissed me off about that. I'm like, that is the best way to organically fix your division. You let Javon, the guy that you feature every single week, you let him win his first title. He gets to have his big cuz with him and Cedric the Sports Entertainer. And he gets to just organically grow and find his wings. And then when it's time for them to separate, they can lose. And it ain't gotta be no bullshit. It could just be like, hey, we did the damn thing, but it's time for you to go do your thing on solo now, man. You good now. You don't need me. And it could have been like that. But no, it's gotta be the jealous tag partner. It's gotta be HBK Marty.
Well, it's like that's the only tag story he knows how to tell.
Yeah.
Because every tag team at NXT breaks up the exact same way.
Freaking Mellow.
Yep.
Literally.
Chase you.
Yeah.
Like where Bridge comes in and then they lose and he beats the shit out of them. So Tito and Cookies think what they should have Javon turn with Cedric. What do y'all think about that?
I take that. Because, I mean, Javon already talks that shit.
He does. He does talk a lot of shit.
If that leads to them beating Fraxium's ass, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think we've also Fraxium, they're both great, but y'all been doing this on again, off again story for over even into their first title run. It's been over a year since they were like this.
When they won the titles, they were hating each other the second time around. That's why I was like, why the fuck did they win? Y'all still don't like each other. And then when they beat Cedric and Javon, I'm like, y'all have a chance to do something. Take advantage of the crowd booing. Just make us hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Let just lean into it. But no, they're still on that. No. I'm gonna go do this. You go have fun. He's like,
and something happened last night because that happened again last night where Nathan was like, "Oh yeah, we're cool," and Axiom was like, "No, we gotta work on something." He said, "Well, I got an Iron Survivor match," and Axiom says, "Why are you so focused on singles stuff when we're the tag team champions?" He's like, "That's a good point. It's a good point." He walks off, and then out the mud shows up, out the ass, and they pull up and they look at Axiom. They didn't even talk shit to Axiom. They're like, "Yo, bro, man, it's not cool he's doing that to
partner. They're like, you need to listen to him. He tried to talk like,
they said, Axiom, man, we don't think it's cool that he's doing that to you. That sucks, bro. We're so like they literally walked up like, man, sorry, your partner sucks.
Your partner's
and Axiom started shaking, like he was shaking his head, like, yeah, you know. And I was like,
hey, don't worry about Axiom. Forget about him. What the fuck are y'all here for anyway? I'm like, damn.
The way they were talking, it was like they were friends. And I was like, is Axiom about to turn and join out the mud? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey. I know. I feel that way when I said it, but
yeah,
it was just so weird.
I just need Axiom to turn heel. Just turn and take the mask off, baby. Let them see that face.
That pretty face. You know, A-Kid's he's a handsome dude. I'll admit it. And had one of the greatest themes they ever had, and they only used it for 2 weeks. Trick comes out next. He wants Ridge, and before Ridge comes out, our boy Andre Chase.
Chase U is back from the dead.
Throw him up. The only time we will ever throw this shit up. But we're throwing the U up right now. We're not doing the Miami shit. This is for Chase.
Yeah, fuck Miami. It's about Chase U.
Yeah, fuck them.
I hope Miami loses again. I don't give a shit about Miami.
Me too.
Andre comes out and he says, look, I know you and Ridge have a thing going, but I need redemption. I have to go fight Ridge. So right now, Trick and Andre are both arguing about who gets to fight Ridge.
The most 2KS segment ever. Trick Williams and Andre Chase trying to fight over Ridge Holland. Ew.
Trick said something like, you know, Chase, we didn't really run into each other. And I think one of y'all said it in the chat where somebody said that y'all didn't run into when you were teaming with Mello. Like,
yeah, I was like, y'all could have encountered each other a Mello ago.
Yeah, like, that's what it was. A Mello ago. I like that.
A Mello ago. Like, y'all were literally the two hottest things in 2.0 at the same time. Why did y'all never cross paths? Like, Mello and Trick, the barbershop could have came to Chase U, or Chase U could have came to the shop. Like, come on now.
That would have been great as far as ratings. Chase U going into the barbershop.
Oof.
Or Trick and Mello going into Chase U.
Great.
I like how our chats are on different platforms and they still talk to each other.
Yeah, they still gushing over.
And then Rich comes out and he first off puts down Chase U. Hey, I already beat your ass anyway. I beat everybody in your group. He's like, that's a good point. He's like, I beat Riley Osborne. I beat Duke Hudson. I beat you and sent you to the hospital. It's
Ridge Holland is
essentially
a school shooter. That's essentially who he is.
And he's not wrong.
He has killed everybody at Chase U. He is a walking. Yeah. He should be in jail.
Yeah.
And he's still stalking my Caucasian baby in Thea. That's why he need to be in jail.
And a pervert.
That's the one person he ain't fought who need to be fighting him. That's the best need to be in the fight pit. Phil versus Ridge. Fight pit, baby.
Bro, he brought up Thea, and I was like, is he about to fight Andre for Thea Hale? Please no. Please don't do this. First off, Matt, let me just say, what kind of fucking coffee did you drink before the show started? You're saying some crazy shit.
I am just that creative.
Look, all right,
when you was naming the people off, and I'm like, Chase you. And you're like, yeah, he killed this person. And I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ.
I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
but I agree with Mike. He said he's right. Like, yeah, Matt is right. You're correct.
And then like right after that, the segment they had Andre talking to all of them, and I'm like, where the hell did y'all just come back from the dead? Like they just came back once they were mentioned. Well, he just mentioned us like it was Avengers Assemble. Chase U Assemble. Everybody showed back up. I'm like, none of y'all were on TV until this point. Andre Chase opened the portal, opened the transfer portal, and here they are back at Chase U.
Oh my God!
Like our boy.
I didn't realize this until now. This women's division is so stacked. I forgot about Thea Hale because 3 months ago, Thea Hale was challenging for the championship.
Yeah,
she was one of Roxanne's. We'll just do something.
Yeah, her and Lola, but Lola managed to stay on top. Thea's working things out.
She got a man that reminds her of his daughter.
Oh God.
We also see a segment where Sean Spears and Brooks Jensen go to Tony D's restaurant. They want a title shot, but Sean doesn't want it. Jensen wants it, and then they leave. They get into a car. Guys, I thought that was Josh Briggs in the front.
I don't know who that was. I was just like, I don't know who this guy is. It looked like Briggs, and then I looked at it again. I'm like, I don't know who this man is.
Well, Tito put it in the chat last night. I think it was Tito. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
That it was like it's Cora's boyfriend.
Her new.
But I don't know who the fuck that was. So when Sean said, "Isn't that right?" and that guy turns around, and I thought it was like a reveal, and I was like, "Oh, it has to be someone we know. That's got to be Briggs' haircut." And like, "Oh no, that's not him." Well, then why the fuck do I care? Why did he get this like cinematic? Why did he get a cinematic reveal? I don't know who that is.
They just did that for meme purposes. Great, you gave us a meme.
And the reason that I was like, that's why I want to talk about that. The reason I want to talk about not me thinking that was Briggs was because Josh Briggs shows up later on in the night in Ava's office. He's there with Pro Wrestling Noah's Yoshiki Inamaru, who is here since we got some guys going over there over the summer.
Oh,
He's
yeah, I've
here
seen
for
those videos.
And then Eddie Thorpe comes in.
Oh!
And it took 4 weeks, but Eddie Thorpe finally gets something from Ava. He gets a shot in the Iron Survivor. Matt, I know you're booking this.
Oh, no. That's not what I said. Because I got up. Because it was some match. I was like, nope, not watching it. Getting up. I'm going to eat. I'm going to do something. And I heard his bitch ass talking. And I seen y'all talking in the chat. And I just like turned my back. And I said, I don't even know what's about to happen, but I know he got a match for the Iron Survivor. And all I said is, I hope he fights Oba. I hope Oba comes. I hope that's the person he got to fight. And Oba just sends him on to DJ Heaven. I do not like that man. His gimmick is ass. I don't blame Ava for wasting his time for the last month, because I would too.
I think he's gonna get the debut match of Inamura,
and he gonna lose.
and he's going to lose. But I would love it to be Oba. I think we all thought this because you are really good at getting us all to think the same way about random ass people. And when Eddie Thorpe showed up, I was like, oh, I know him. I've seen him in New Japan. He's all right. And then the DJ gimmick started, and I was like, this kind of ass. And then Matt took it another level, and now our entire chat, every time Eddie shows up, this motherfucker, like we all get so upset.
I get up because I'm like, if they say Eddie Thorpe is next, no. I already told y'all. Rhea hurt herself, y'all, because that man got on the screen. That's why she that was the NXT parking lot jumped her because Eddie Thorpe got on the screen. She was trying to get in her car, and then randomly he decided to walk up on Ava, and the door shut on Rhea. That's why she was all busted up. And it's because of Eddie Thorpe. Bad things happen because of Eddie Thorpe. And in kayfabe and in real life. That's other reason why I don't like that man. Because I'm just like, no, what? Why do people? Why does that woman see that in you? Why does she do that? Why? I don't hate him. I just strongly dislike him.
Matt, that gift, that gift that says, "Boo, boo this man." That's
right. That is me with him. Boo this man. Boo this man. Like I gave him a chance because even Greg was like, "Oh, he was in New Japan, he was in All Japan, that." And I'm like, "All right, I'll give him a chance." But they did that rain dancing DJ shit, and then he just followed that up with a lot of ass. Then he was beating Dijak. Then he started fighting Dijak too. So I was like, "Oh nah, you can't be fighting Dijak."
Tito takes this game personally.
He was fighting Dijak, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely you coming against Dijak, yeah, handle that." He didn't because he's still there.
Yeah, but he took him off for a while. Tito hates this gimmick personally. He says, "I hate it because as a DJ, what he did up there is a fucking crime." I mentioned you like making us all feel the same way about people every now and then, and it's not just for hating someone. Your boy Lexis King was in the locker room after his match last week, and we saw footage of King back there, and he was talking to I can't remember who it was at first that came up and talked to him. I think it was a tag team, but then Dante Chin showed up.
Another of my nemesis.
A man that Lexis King himself killed 5 months ago.
For me.
Now Dante's there like, "You're okay, man. You're all good. We're friends."
Yeah, right. You better respect the king. He crowned that ass.
Dante, he killed you. You were in a coma. Like
he woke up out that coma and realized who the real king was. It's Lexis, baby.
I just found that so funny that like the last feud Dante had was Lexis King beating the shit out of him. And then the next time we see him 5 months later, he's trying to like pep Lexis King up for losing a title match.
And I remember that match because I called that match in the chat because I hated Dante. I was like, "Oh yeah, all right, low blow time. Kick him in the dick. Kick him in the dick. Kick him in the dick, Lexis. Bink. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Now he trying to be on the good and the narrow. Oh, I don't kick people. I don't do low blows. Yes, you do. You're your father's son. You are your daddy's son. Be a Pillman. Be a Pillman.
Be the loose cannon,
beat him into submission. The other men's Iron Survivor shows up next. Before that, Adriana Rizzo and Nikita Lyons. This match lasted like 3 minutes. It wasn't anything.
Nikita won.
Nikita wins because, of course, she does. But then Rizzo grabbed first off, before that, have y'all noticed that Nikita has not done her split leg?
She can't do anything.
Drop. She can't do it no more.
I didn't think about it until yesterday, but I was like, wait a minute, what happened to her old finisher? Oh, yeah, her legs don't bend like that anymore. She has to do the Vader bomb.
She is now that Tegan Knox is gone, she is the new Tink Tink. She's this big Tink Tink.
Yes, she is. But then Adriana Rizzo cracks her in the back of the skull with a crowbar.
That's because in my NXT, y'all know if it was my NXT, it would have been a different object. But we are on the CW, and we can't do that. We would be on HBO if I did that. We would be on Max if
Matt
she put out a gun.
What's so funny about that is during the tag team sit down, Ava looked at she was telling everybody what they were good at. Like, Gallus, you're already former champions. TNT, y'all could throw a car over the building with how strong y'all are. The family, y'all have made some people disappear. And then Stacks goes, hey, don't be sharing our business. Like, I love that in NXT lore, the family are literally killing people. Like, they're genuinely, right. It's so funny. So when Rizzo does that, it wasn't shocking because, like, yeah, Rizzo, she's a fucking mobster. Yeah, that's exactly. Of course, that's what Rizzo did.
That should have been the way of them. I'm gonna say her now because they don't. Sometimes they be slow with NXT exclusive. What if that was their way of writing her off? She banked her, and then we would just be like, yeah, I took care of her. Slipping
honestly, I would hate it for my job. But personally, I would love the hell out of that. I would.
Like, that was low key. That's perfect for an NXT exclusive. But like, what happened to Nikita Lyons? She got hit. Oh, she gone.
She gone. She got brained by a crowbar. She died instantly.
I hit her and then I threw her in the NXT parking lot. She's gone.
I don't know how it is. If a body's out there for more than 30 minutes, it just disappears. Next up was the men's last Survivor Challenge. It was Javon Evans and Lexis King. And they had like a good, healthy,
it was fight. A good back and forth match, even though we knew who was going to win. It wasn't Lexis.
I'll say this about Lexis, though. Lexis is breaking out some new moves. Lexis is expanding that arsenal.
Him being in NXT has helped him tremendously because he's been able to bust out moves we never got to see him do in AEW. Like, him being PC has helped.
He did the damn cradle shock. He did the Chris Sabin cradle shock. I was like, oh, where the hell did that come from?
Like, all right, then, Brian Pillman Jr.
He's gonna be flying Brian again. It's coming.
I'm ready. I'm ready, baby.
Javon beats him, hits this cutters, and then does his corkscrew press that he does. They had a healthy handshake, and then we get to the main event. It's the North American title. Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley. The match sucked. That's it. It was bad.
That match was, and you know why it was bad? Because of the second women's North American champion. That's why it was bad. Because she don't need to be the second women's North American champion.
That stable fucking sucks.
Hey, OTM, I don't call them their name. They are the Jada Parker Project. Fatal Influence, they are the Jasmine Nix Experience. That is what they are. When I hear that music, all I hear is, that's going to be Jasmine's theme down the line. When I hear that theme, it's Jasmine time. It ain't JC Jane time, and it damn ain't no Fallon Henley time. It's Jasmine time.
Went from fucking toxic attraction to venomous appeal. Like just like another step down.
Right.
And 8 months ago, I was like, yeah, that's my girl Fallon Henley. She'll get better. She's doing all right. It's a good gimmick. And then she turned heel and did this group, and she has not improved a bit.
You know why, Mongo? Because he's stuck with fucking shitty ass JC Jane. That's why. It's like I've always said, JC Jane has had the same gimmick since this rebrand of NXT. You went from Toxic Attraction, and you said it last night, Mongo. Oh, let's do Toxic Attraction, but make it worse. And I followed up.
And I came in and said,
I'm the JC Jane leader. She's ass.
Like, I look at, that's like some of the factions in NXT, I look at it just like I look at some of the music groups in back in the day. Like, you think about how people would be, oh, this person was in this group, they was on it, then they slowly shuffle off. Like, Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, and then she slowly ventured off and became solo. Justin Timberlake was in NSYNC, and then he slowly went out. Omarion and B2K. Like, we see that. And it's like, all right, y'all had OTM. Then y'all put Jada Parker with OTM. All right, cool. I see what this is. This is the Jada Parker project. Y'all gonna make sure that we gonna look at these boys because the ass is with them. I get it. Jasmine Nix. Y'all already told us how good she is with her soccer background. I love her Pele kick. That's why I started with besides when Lex is trying to holler at her with common sense. Because like Mike said, don't nobody give a shit about no JC James. What's your friend's name? Jenny? Oh man, oh yeah. I'm trying to talk to you though. Oh, that's what made me a Lexus King fan. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We don't care about JC. We trying to talk to you, Jasmine. And then they put her in that group. Oh no, that's the Jasmine Nix experience. They can call them fatal influence all they want. That's just a vehicle to get Jasmine Nix ready. So when she finally when she goes apart from them, oh, she gonna be all the way set. She gonna have a theme. She gonna have an interest. We already love her interest. Did nobody care about them other two in that interest? We all looking forward to her doing her little telling the camera come there and then backing away. That's what we waiting on. We ain't waiting on to see no JC James and Fallon with that belt. We waiting on them to break up. Jasmine, when you gonna break up? Take that belt off Fallon. Come on. When's gonna happen?
I love that you brought that up. I can't remember who it was. It was Stephen Larson or some other podcast. They're talking about whenever Fatal Attraction comes out, and it goes from Jasmine doing the come here thing, and then it cuts to JC, and then he said, every time that happens, I'll just go, oh. I'm like, oh, it's Jasmine. Oh, now we don't care about the rest of y'all.
And
you know what sucks about that with JC? Do you remember when she was teaming with Thea, and we were like, this is actually pretty interesting. All right, this is pretty neat.
That was her best time because she wasn't being toxic or fatal.
Yeah, she was. It was her like, it was her normal persona, but just not doing it for like a good reason.
Right.
Like do bad stuff for the better, like that kind of stuff. And it was a lot funnier. But she just reverted back. She literally reverted back to Toxic Attraction. Like it's like 2 years of her build.
And even the window. Says, you're so toxic. No.
Yeah, no shit. I get it. We all wish Mandy was still here. Whatever. Right. All right? That's not happening. Yeah, I'll say this about Fallon though. I'm glad she has a new finisher. She's doing the Famouser because I don't know if you remember what her old finisher was. It was just a running strike. I think it was like another running knee. And it's like we have like 90 running knees in wrestling for finishers. Just anything different. Famouser, cool. That's fine. So I'll give her that. I don't hate her, baddie. I expected like more out of her post breakup, and
it's like now I agree with Mongo. It's like, oh, now you're getting the women's North American belt. Like there's a whole bunch of other people this could have went to.
Other people that have already been beaten.
Right.
Hey. Could put it on Soul. You could have put it on Wendy or Tatum. Like, they're trying to get that group over as good as Toxic Attraction, but it's not going to happen. It's just not. The thing about that made that work is, we get it. Okay, they're all very attractive, yes, but Mandy also had a lot of star power.
Yeah,
Mandy's just a naturally interesting person on camera, so that oozed off of her and helped Gigi a lot and helped JC a lot, and then their breakup happened and it kind of sucked.
Right.
and Gigi's been doing nothing since. And JC finally got some headway and then just lost all of it. So I don't know. I don't think JC having her own little group. And like Mike said, she's the fucking leader for some reason.
And it's clear she's not. That's why I call it the Jasmine Nix experience.
She's the leader, but the worst one.
You know what, Kanisha? That's actually a good point. Kanisha says Fallon trying to be like the heel Mickey James. That's exactly what it is. It's just the heel cowgirl.
I look at Jasmine essentially like she is the equivalent of the cute little kid on the show when the show is basically trash or is at the end. Like when they added the little girl at the end of Growing Pains, or like when they added Raven-Symoné at the end of the Cosby Show. Oh, this cute little kid. That's big. Oh, here's fatal. There's toxic influence, toxic attracts fatal influence. But here's this cute girl. Y'all gonna here's these cheeks. It's basically cute little kid for grown-ups. Here's this hot ass girl. Here's this cute ass girl. Y'all gonna look at it. That's why they do that. She does that and backs up. Oh, don't get too close to me. I know what you're doing.
I like that you brought that up because I saw someone bring this up one day in the last week. That's not a wrestling thing. It's about what you were saying about sitcoms.
Oh, the cute little kid.
Bringing in a cute little kid. That's a sign the show is dying.
Right.
And I can't remember where the comment was, but they said that's how you know a show is dying. But you know when a show's about to really go off and get 9 seasons when one of the younger kids just goes upstairs and never comes back down. Because
it's like this day and age.
Exactly. She was gone. It just and then 9 fucking seasons.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a good point, actually. That's a great way to do it.
Like, as my mom used to say, she got sent to her room and never came back down. Like, what the fuck?
I have to go. My planet needs me, and they die on the way back. Let's get into Dynamite, y'all. Wrap this show up. We've been talking a lot, but it was a fun show to talk about. Dynamite is fucking loaded.
They got a PLE.
Jesus Christ. First off, again, still one issue is they really still only have one women's match on Dynamite.
I saw a chart that said that had all the times for like all the shows, and the only show that was worse than Dynamite was Collision, because Collision had 45 seconds of women's wrestling.
Yes, last week's women's match on Collision was less than a minute, and that was all they did women-wise.
And then Dynamite had like 4 minutes for women.
Yeah. Like, where the fuck are y'all's women wrestling? You have a big ass roster. The first thing we're going to see is Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Penelope Ford. Hopefully it gets more than 5 minutes.
Hey, Britt, you should win.
Yeah, Britt should win that. We're going to get Lance Archer and Roderick Strong. This is Roddy's 3rd match in his MJF challenge. If he gets 3 wins, he gets to fight MJF.
And Archer got traded, so he would Don Callis.
Have y'all seen what Archer's new? Have y'all seen what Archer's new graphic is for Dynamite? Mm-mm. He has new hair in his graphic.
Oh God! I'm about to go look it up.
Right here. Let's pull it up. What does that look like? That looks like Drew fucking McIntyre.
Right.
I thought that was the bastard pack.
Yeah, that is Lance Archer. They gave him the Drew McIntyre. Like, what happened?
He does look like
he does look
like
a
big bastard.
Big bastard. Yeah, Lance Archer and Roddy. That'd be a great one. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is happening because on Saturday, Roddy got his 2nd win. I can't remember who he fought. His first one was against Shane Taylor. Saturday got a 2nd win, and then after that, Lance Archer attacked him, and Brian Cage showed up. So I think Lance and Brian are having a feud with the Kingdom right now. So that's why he did that. Then we're gonna get Swerve Strickland versus Leo Rush.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah,
banger, right? We got 3 different promos. We're gonna hear from Will Ospreay, then Jamie Hayter, and then Bobby Lashley.
I'm looking forward to that Bobby Lashley one.
Absolutely. They are continuing to tease. They're going to try to bring in Ricochet. Kenny showed that thing earlier yesterday that was them talking about Queen Aminata. And then Leo Rush. And then they're trying to get the Acclaimed.
Oh, yeah. They have been recruiting the Acclaimed. I'm interested in all. I would love to see the Acclaimed. That would be the one. That would be more interesting to me.
It's looking like they're going to split the Acclaimed, and one of them's going to go, right?
Yeah, it looks like Caster is going to join.
Yeah, so Bowens will be by himself.
You know what? Hooray! If that's how you're gonna split them fuckers up, hooray! Go for it. Do it. Now.
No more rapping, Mike. No more rapping, Max Caster.
Thank God.
Good.
Break that damn scissor.
Hangman Adam Page and Christian Cage take on Jay White and Juice Robinson in a tag match.
That's gonna be that's definitely a pay-per-view. That's a New Japan match right there. That's a straight up old school New Japan. If they would have been there at the same time.
Then Adam Cole's third match of the MJF Challenge is against AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita.
Of course. So
why do y'all keep putting your new champion in matches he's losing?
They said, hey, you did all that bitching. You got your belt. Now get back to losing. They hit him with the Okada. Shut up, bitch. No, they hit him with the Rock. Shut up, bitch.
It drives me crazy, man, because like their audience loves Takeshita. They love the hell out of him. He's one of the best they have on the roster. You just put a belt on him. Why has he lost every match since winning the belt? They doing take a shit dirty? Yeah, they are. They really are. It drives me insane. Last match of the night is in the Full Gear 4-Way Contenders Series. I don't know if y'all know this or not. So at Full Gear, they're gonna have a 4-way to determine I think it's either to determine the content. No, it's a 4-way for the titles. So Private Party are going to defend against. I think the Outrunners qualified.
Oh, yeah, because you complained about that. Like, why are they in a tag title match?
Well, I complained about it especially because of who they beat to get in.
Right.
Because I'm trying to see. Yeah, Top Flight. They beat Top Flight. And it's like, why the fuck is Top Flight not in this? I get it. The Outrunners are funny. Yes, but like, you are rebuilding your tag division right now. Maybe show off your best tag teams. And this match tonight is FTR, which is we really got to get them away from the belts for a little bit longer, against the House of Black.
That's
it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good looking show, and you know what the best part about this is, guys? No learning tree advertised.
Chris Jericho is probably somewhere with our next president. So
yeah, he probably is. He's probably going to get named something else too, just like
secretary. He's going to be our ambassador to Canada. Hey guys!
Oh God! Oh, he starts doing that shit during like press conferences.
Hey guys!
A genuinely serious press conference discussing things with Canada. Hey! Oh Jesus Christ! I think I swear to God, man, I think I'd shoot myself. I think I'd have to do it. I'd have to end it. No, it's a great card tonight, man. This is absolutely stacked. There's not a thing I want to miss. And this is the crazy thing because they could do this shit every single week.
They really could.
They used to, and I hope they get back to it because this is the shit that built that audience.
And Mox is taking over the Superstation. So what the hell does that mean?
What is that going to be? So I guess we'll find out. But I think that's all we're going to talk about tonight. We're in a little long. We apologize, but thank y'all very much for staying with us. Let's get out of here. Tomorrow night, we're not doing any predictions. We're not doing the quiz show either. We're actually, because we're getting so close to the end of 2024, and I think in December, there's just a shit ton of pay-per-views, so we might not be able to do our best ofs then.
Right.
So tomorrow, we're going to talk about the week, and then we're going to talk about our favorite matches, storylines, moments from this year. Just something to do. So y'all chat if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about tomorrow. Any favorite matches, moments, storylines, anything.
Nice chill evening.
Yeah. We can debate stuff better. all that stuff. But thank you so much for joining us. You can get us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and twitch.tv/undertheringpod. You can also get us at our links at Linktree and fingertip/undertheringpod. You go there, you can get us at our individual links. I am at Greg Bush SK. That's where you can go to get all the links I have for articles or any live coverage that I do. You can see Kenny, the original. Well, I guess you were both the original champions. One of the original quiz champions.
He's the first solo champ. He's still the first solo champ.
Yeah, and the first Reggie Simpson champion since we renamed the belt after Reggie.
Right.
So Kenny at Rock Race 44, he goes there, posts a lot of his pictures when he goes to Hog and other wrestling events. You can get Mike, man, finally showed up today at Mr. Fresh Beard. And then you can get Matt himself, our Triple Crown champion, our Intercontinental champion, Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion, and predictions champion at The Right Answer. Don't worry, he'll lose that shit soon. Tito, our street team captain at Boreo Maliente. Last but not least, our good friend, local news correspondent, Justin D. Baxley. Folks, have a wonderful night. I'll fire, get some drinks.
Hey.
And remember, do the done.
Hey. Do the done, y'all. Hey. Do the done, y'all. Hey. Hey. Shout out Frank Thomas.
Turkey Day is coming.